For more than 20 years, America believed it was watching a modern fairy tale unfold. Every morning, viewers tuned in to see Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos laugh, tease one another, and embody what many thought was the perfect television marriage. They were the golden couple, comfortable, charismatic, and seemingly unbreakable. To millions, their love felt safe, familiar, and forever. But life has a way of quietly rewriting even the most beautiful stories. Behind the smiles and shared jokes, something fragile had been forming. And then, without warning, the unthinkable happened. Kelly Ripa, a woman who had opened her life to the world with warmth and honesty, was blindsided by Mark Consuelos' sudden decision to end their marriage. It wasn't just a separation, it felt like the collapse of a dream she had trusted with her whole heart. This was more than a Hollywood split. It was a story of heartbreak, courage, and the devastating loss of a future she believed was certain. Their story hadn't begun under flashing cameras or tabloid headlines. Years earlier, they were simply two young actors on the set of All My Children, thrown together by chance. Sparks ignited quickly. What followed was a whirlwind romance that unfolded both on-screen and off. Before anyone could interfere, they eloped in Las Vegas, choosing love over spectacle. It was bold, romantic, and defiant, everything a great love story should be. For years, they were proof that genuine love could survive fame. They built a family, raised 3 children, and shared countless moments that made fans believe real love still existed in Hollywood. To the outside world, they had everything. But time changes things. As careers grew more demanding, distance quietly crept in. Long filming days turned into missed moments. Travel replaced togetherness. Kelly often found herself holding everything together, smiling for the cameras while carrying the weight of home on her shoulders. She pushed forward, believing that forever meant weathering every storm together. What she didn't see coming was the moment everything stopped. On what seemed like an ordinary day, Mark sat her down. His face was serious, unfamiliar. The words that followed shattered decades of shared memories. He wanted a divorce. There was no scandal, no explosive argument, no betrayal splashed across headlines, just a truth he said he could no longer ignore. His heart had already decided. Kelly didn't scream, she didn't collapse, she simply sat there, stunned, as tears filled her eyes. In a single conversation, the life she had built, her marriage, her sense of certainty,
and in the silence that followed, a haunting question emerged. How do you rebuild a life you believed would last forever? What surprised everyone was how Kelly responded. Known for her humor and bright spirit, Kelly refused to disappear. Even with a broken heart, she showed up. She sat in her chair, smiled for the audience, laughed when expected. Friends later revealed that when the cameras shut off, the tears came quietly. She carried on not because it was easy, but because she had children to protect, work to honor, and an identity to rediscover. Sometimes strength isn't loud. Sometimes it's simply showing up. Still, the struggle was real. Away from the lights, Kelly wrestled with who she was without Mark beside her. If she was no longer part of America's favorite duo, who was she now? In the loneliness, she found unexpected growth. Charity work, independence, learning how to sleep alone, each step painful yet transformative. Fans were stunned when whispers of divorce surfaced. Social media flooded with disbelief and heartbreak. People mourned not just a marriage, but what it symbolized. To many, Kelly and Mark were proof that love could last. Mark's decision, sources say, wasn't made lightly. He had struggled internally, feeling they had grown apart. It wasn't a lack of love, he believed. It was an honest acknowledgement that something fundamental had changed. Despite the pain, one thing remained unwavering: their commitment to their children. Michael, Lola, and Joaquin remained their shared priority, shielded as much as possible from the public storm. Though divorce may mark the end of their marriage, it doesn't erase the life they built. Nearly 3 decades of love, laughter, and shared history still stand. Sometimes, love doesn't disappear, it simply changes form. For Kelly, this chapter is devastating, but her resilience suggests she will rise again. For Mark, it was a painful truth spoken aloud. And for the world watching, it's a reminder that even the strongest-looking love stories can face heartbreaking endings.